Well, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to you all wonderful participants. Well, I begin my talk first congratulating all the participants who have done a wonderful job over here. I congratulate each and every participant because I know how tough it is to deliver a talk. A child spends about 10 years at school, 2 years at college, 3 years at university, and 2 years for post-graduation. There are millions and millions of youngsters today in India who have spent about 20 years. They have been through English medium institutions and they are unable to speak for 30 seconds. Believe me, I have come across many youngsters in different parts of India. I have trained over 1 lakh individuals in about 17 different states. I come across many youngsters who cannot stand here up the stage and deliver a talk of 30 seconds. But here today, I have seen ulama from different parts of India deliver talks and delivered amazingly well. I really congratulate the teachers and their institutions. And every individual deserves a big round of applause for their participation and for doing such a wonderful job. And the one who scores the least, I'm not here to talk about the winner. The one who scores the least among 34 participants, believe me, that individual can be the world-class speaker in the coming days. Because no two individuals talk the same way, no two individuals think the same way, no two individuals walk the same way, and no two individuals live the same way. It totally depends how you carry forward. Today, you are you stand last among the 33 participants, but in the coming days, you can be the master of the language and you can be an amazing speaker. I come from a very humble background, from a town or district that is 100 kilometers from Hyderabad. I did not have enough resources to learn English language. And I even wished to reach Maulana Badruddin Ajmal Sahab because I did not have enough resources to learn the language. My father was very terribly sick, not for a day, not for a month, not for a year, but for decades. He was hexed and we did not have enough resources for his treatment. And somebody told me that Maulana Badruddin Ajmal Sahab is teaching this language for free of cost. But I could not reach Mumbai or Assam. I knew Badruddin Ajmal Sahab and it was my dream to learn the language at Markazul Marif, but somehow I learned the language in Hyderabad. But I witnessed the day Maulana Badruddin Ajmal Sahab called me one day, I want you to invite you to Assam to teach the students, the teachers and ulama. Believe me, that day was the red letter day of my life because I wanted to learn the language from his institutions, and I visited his institutions and imparted the training. And especially the ulama who are learning the language. Of course, you have delivered a prepared talk today, and it's very tough and it's easy as well. If I talk about myself, it's a very tough job. I have never delivered any prepared speech in my entire life. I learned the language for 3.5 years, and when I was judged as the best student of the institution where I studied, Ahmad Alwi Sahab imparted me the language, and he judged me the only best student of his institution, August prize. No other student has got that prize, August prize. And I memorized the speech. I remember it was held in a big auditorium. I memorized the speech for about 4 days. But when I was given chance to deliver a speech, I couldn't remember a word. But here today, alhamdulillah, 33 individuals have delivered their talk and they didn't fumble, they didn't stammer, they delivered amazingly well. I'm so very happy today that ulama in India are doing a wonderful job. But let me suggest one thing, that language without knowledge, I repeat, language without knowledge is like a boat on a dry land. You might have a wonderful boat, but it is on the dry land. It's on the desert, not on the water. Knowledge is important. You might have spent about 8 years at respective institutions, but the real practice begins once you get the certificate. You go and ask the doctors who have been treating the patients for 10 years, 20 years, they have earned great recognition in their cities, and you ask one question, what are you doing? They would say, I am practicing. The term practice begins after getting distinction in your respective institutions. Otherwise, today, teachers in the schools and colleges have given up learning. हम लोग सीखना भूल गए हैं. मैंने जो टीचर्स को देखा है, जहाँ जहाँ मैं जाता हूँ, टीचर्स का एक बैच कंडक्ट करता हूँ. बीएड के बाद में teachers have given up learning. And I humbly request the promising ulama of our nation to augment their knowledge, to be in touch with the knowledge. And I hope if you are in touch with the knowledge and if you keep on practicing, the day comes, inshallah, you would become judges as well. And it is my dream. India can only succeed, especially our community can succeed when ulama become judges, when ulama become advocates, and when ulama become teachers and politicians. And especially whenever I get any platform, I would say, and I always end up my talk saying that when ulama are invited in non-Muslim institutions, in the annual days of their institutions, as the chief guest, believe me, those days will be the real days of our community. Not MLAs, not MPs, and not IAS and IPS officers shall be invited as chief guests to motivate the students of schools and colleges. Our ulama should be invited in non-Muslim colleges with an intention that these ulama can change the students and the individuals of the respective institutions. I thank Maulana Badruddin Ajmal Saab, Maulana Burhanuddin Ajmal Saab, I don't remember the names, and whosoever are associated with this great initiative. I congratulate them and I thank for inviting me here to judge the 33 participants. And I wish Markazul Marif a very wonderful journey. And I hope all the 33 participants, and I can say among 33, 20 participants will certainly do wonders. That is what I have witnessed. Assalamu alaikum.